about to learn. My philosophy of essay writing is that we should aim for the truthful without getting bogged down in the factual. And if you doubt my credentials, I would draw your attention to my spectacles and the patches upon my elbows, and the fact that for no good reason I have a laser pointer. My persistent difficulty in attracting corporate sponsorship. It is common practice among nonprofit organizations to rely upon donations from business. In this mutually beneficial arrangement, the nonprofit receives a welcome infusion of cash, and the corporation receives certain tax benefits as well as the positive PR of its association with a worthy cause. An example might be teaching kids pottery. A company gives a comparatively tiny amount of money to an after-school program that teaches kids pottery. That company may then slather its website with endearing photos of cute kids speckled with clay, which might draw your mind away from the slave labor conditions for child workers in the company's assembly plant in the Philippines. Because who among us will think of the malnourished 8-year-old outside Manila who, to be fair, might have done something to deserve that most recent caning, when the company's homepage features a photo of an 8-year-old girl with arresting green eyes and a tousle of Christopher Robin hair, and who's wearing a smock, and she's regarding the camera in a dreamy way, and she's got a dab of clay on her little upturned nose. When faced with the teeth-gritting adorableness of this girl in her smock, you can't help forgetting all about that suffering bunch of kids at the assembly plant outside Manila, who are, it must be admitted, through no fault of their own, brown-skinned and wicked far, far away, and super poor. So, as an artist of great importance, the time has come to be paid for the vision and audacity of what I've thus far created for free. I've made numerous inquiries with a variety of potential sources of corporate funding, and I confess I've met with limited success. Limited success should here be taken to mean that my entreaties encounter either stony silence or what I would characterize as needlessly aggressive refusal. To improve my future prospects, I have brought with me the draft of such a letter, which makes the case for support, and I'd be grateful for your feedback. It is a plea to the Newman's Own Company, which you will recall was founded by the late film star and philanthropist Paul Newman. The company, I assume, is now run by his daughter Nell Newman, who launched the company's organic product line. All I'm after is a modest donation to support the important artistic work that heroically I undertake, which, let's face it, makes the world a better place for us all. And to be fair, Newman's Own says, right on its website, shameless exploitation in pursuit of the common good. It's right there, man. My letter reads, Dear Nell Newman, really sorry about the loss of your dad. Paul Newman was a fantastic actor and an amazing humanitarian. And I am in no way just saying that because I want something from you. I really, really mean it truly. I am writing with a proposal I hope you'll find compelling. I am seeking your philanthropic support for my dazzling artistry. I am a writer-performer who, unlike your dad, does not memorize my stuff, but who is nonetheless magnetic and riveting. I mean, if one more person compares me favorably to Spalding Gray, I will positively scream, you know what I mean? I'm including links to a number of local blogs that have mentioned my work, so you will know I am a legitimate artist, because I think we can agree that one does not make it into the blogosphere upwards of 8 times without really having something on the ball. I know that your time is valuable, so I will get straight to the point. I'm writing to request that your outstanding championship cookies become the exclusive sponsor of the world premiere of a new work to be created by myself. I'm thinking here in particular of the orange chocolate championship cookies, which, as anyone can tell you, are uncommonly delicious. What I propose is, in short, an unprecedented opportunity for your company to enjoy the many benefits of making incredibly targeted inroads and direct connection with my rabidly devoted fan base, as I incorporate your delectable cookies into an original piece of time-based artwork to be devised and performed by myself. I will not claim to have worked out every particular of this exciting and visionary project, but the overall shape of the piece will go something like this. Number 1, I will fast for 3 days. Number 2, 6 to 8 hours prior to showtime, I will then videotape myself eating an entire bag of orange championship cookies. Number 3, I will project this video on a screen behind me as I enter to begin my performance. Number 4, I will explain to the audience that the only item of food I have consumed for the past 3 days is the bag of Newman's Own orange championship cookies they see me enjoying on the screen behind me. Number 5, I will poop into a bowl. Number 6, I will then eat with my bare hands the excrement I have produced while it is still warm. I feel very strongly that this performance will underscore the mind-bending deliciousness of your cookies. I mean, after all, what more compelling demonstration could there be? With this world premiere, in addition to the many complex and nuanced observations it puts forth about the recent demise of capitalism and the futility of consumerism, your company benefits from its central message, which is that I am so devoted to these cookies that I'm willing to eat them twice before a live audience. I ask you, Ms. Newman, what more persuasive spokesman can there be than the one whose smile is flecked with his own feces? And furthermore, I feel compelled to emphasize, feces that is unadulterated by any other food than the incomparably delicious Newman's Own Championship cookies that are the exclusive sponsor of this prestigious world premiere. I think you'll agree that only the callous among us could not be moved by the spectacle of such devotion. But as stirring as this performance promises to be, my proposal does not end here. I know, Ms. Newman, that your dad had a real thing for sick kids. He started like a camp for something for them, didn't he? I recognize, therefore, that this project might, in the strictest sense, fall outside the bounds of the Newman's Own mission, or whatever you're calling it. But I will offer you this pledge. If you wish it, and if it will help to cement our partnership, then I totally have no problem at all feigning any sickness of your choosing. What are you after? You want a chemo look? I will totally pluck every hair out of my face and body right now. May I show you something in a nice Parkinson's? I promise you. I can make Rush Limbaugh's making fun of Michael J. Fox routine look positively inert. You name it, Ms. Newman. On your say-so, I will be so sick-looking that your dad himself would pack me off to one of his camps, even though I am 43 years of age. Here's how it breaks down. For $1,000, I will look drawn and pasty. For $2,000, I will pitch a procedure that would fool any expert. For $5,000, I will remove all my hair as indicated above, plus I will include your choice of coughing up blood or, wait for it, the loss of a tooth. And I'm not talking about some molar here. I'm talking incisor. I'm talking an upfront marquee tooth. Now at this point, Ms. Newman, you may be saying to yourself, this is insane. This guy's creeping me out. I am hearing you, Ms. Newman. I want you to know that I am listening. You may feel the consumption of my own solid waste and removal of a tooth is excessive. You may question the wisdom of this approach and see limitations in its utility in advancing your company's message and goals. While I respectfully disagree with this assessment, I can understand why you might regard this approach as a slightly bolder vision than you are currently considering. I would submit to you, madam, that it is fine to act all high and mighty when your daddy is a dead movie star. But down here, where real life happens, down here in the streets, Ms. Newman, we can ill afford the luxury of your squeamishness. The majority of us, Ms. Newman, Do not oversee a multi-million-dollar company as you have the good fortune to. Good fortune, Ms. Newman, which I hasten to emphasize, is not based on merit, but which was deposited into your ungrateful lap by your father. While it may jar you to learn it, Ms. Newman, the plain fact is that for the overwhelming majority of hard-working Americans like myself, there is no option but to poop in a bowl and eat it for money. Welcome to your wake-up call. On an unrelated note, that Oscar your dad won for The Color of Money was a joke, and everyone knows it. You know what? I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. May we start over? You know what it is, Ms. Newman? You know what's going on here? To put it plainly, I cannot stand my life. I realize that the current sorry state of affairs in my own life is not your fault, Ms. Newman, and I have no right to take it out on you. It's just that I have this office job that I hate like syphilis. Every day that I don't burn that place to the ground is a mystery of such eye-popping wonder I can't even tell you. Where did my life go, Miss Newman? I used to be an attractive guy. My wife couldn't keep her hands off me back in the day, and now look at me. I'm a sad, fat old man. I don't blame her for stiff-arming me in the sack. I wouldn't want this paunchy old wreck pawing at me either. The other day, I told my 9-year-old to put his PJs on, and he didn't even say anything. He just threw me an elbow to the groin and walked out of the room. And have you seen my eyebrows? I've got these freaking Gandalf wizard hairs that are threatening to overtake my forehead. And if you feel like having a good cry, then try catching a glimpse of this body in the mirror as you step out of the shower. And you open the paper every day and you just feel your will to live draining away. And so finally some friend of yours asks you to do some dirtbaggy little show that nobody comes to, and you come and you do a half-baked, and you do this half-baked idea of pooping in a bowl and eating it, and you know it's a perfectly horrible idea, but it is the best you can come up with because all the originality has been completely leached out of you by the pummeling vortex of impotent rage and thwarted hopes that your life has become. And so instead of weeping in the shower all Monday night, you do something. You come and you read some piece, some free show, and you hope in vain to put a small dent in the crippling numbness which threatens to overtake you at every turn. So in that spirit, Ms. Newman, the spirit of not executing my coworkers and refraining from pulling a full-on all-male version of such Thelma and Louise, except that I have no real friends to speak of, so it would be more precisely just a Thelma. I respectfully request a donation in the amount of $10,000. And if you do not wish to create a world premiere performance of pooping out your cookies and eating them, I would therefore request a donation of $20,000. Please accept the enclosed padded envelope of my poop as both a gesture of my goodwill and a demonstration of my seriousness. Best regards, Ian Belknap.